What's up guys, today is 24th of December, a day before Christmas. So I came with a special tactic, which is 2 base all in, Sentry Immortal all in, which is really strong in PvZ. So I'll guide you through the build. There should be the words going on the right side, if there is no mistake. So this one, it opens up with basic Forge Fast Expand, so I'm gonna fast forward it. And yes, so basic 9 Pylon, link for scout, and Zerg is doing whatever he needs to do. In the meantime, when the things are progressing as usual, you know, we're making this video not only to help you but also to advertise our clan, so visit our forum in the description. And right now we're organizing a pixel tournament for bronze to gold people, so if you don't have anything to do in the first week of January, feel free to join and enjoy with other people. Okay, so this is really normal Forge Fast Expand, and I went for Nexus first because his pull was relatively late, but obviously depending on what your opponent does, you can do Forge first, then go for your Nexus. And now he's going for Drone Scout, and there goes the Forge. And of course I'm a silver player, so I didn't execute this build perfectly, but you'll get general idea. And if you're a better player, of course, then you can look at the build order and execute it better and basically kill your opponent. So this is a timing push with 1++1 attack, and by the time when you push, your opponent should be going for his third base or droning up. So there goes my gateway. I'll fast forward it a bit more because there's not much going on. So he's doing basic droning. As you can see, he's only making drones and queens, and I'm making one defensive cannon, transferring my probes, and keep making my probes. And one little thing, sorry for the fact that you cannot see my cursor. This is the software. I couldn't find a way to show it, but I'm pretty sure you're not gonna have that much problem with it. And yes, and you go for your double gas in the main first, then eventually go for the gas in the natural at around 40 supply. So basically the general idea is to keep making probes until around like 40 supply or something. To be exact, 44 supply. That's when you build your robotics facility, and then later on you build your 6 to 7 warp gates or gateways, then turn them into warp gates. Since you're only making your stuff out of one gateway, you basically have really strong economy. As you can see, my minerals and gases are building up, and it's around 44, so I built my robotics facility. Just a quick note, if you're not really a good force a player who can do really good force field, well, it doesn't require like pro MC force fields, but you need some decent skills. You'll see in the battle. But if your sentries and immortals are focused down by the Zerg player, like first as their a top priority, then you're basically screwed. And also because this is all in and you cut your probe, if they block it and if they counter attack you, then you're basically dead. Okay, now my robotics facility is done, so I'll be chrono boosting my immortal out soon. Yes, there we go. And you should have researched your +1. And if they're a normal Zerg, they wouldn't really do aggression, especially if you're in bronze, silver, or gold, because they want to drone up in the beginning, so they can have superior late game army. As you can see, my supply is lower than my my opponent, but that doesn't really matter. We're macroing up with one gateway, and you chrono boost out 2 immortals. Then when your 7 gates are done, you just get ready to push out, but make sure you have around 7 sentries. It's better if you warp them in beforehand, not just before you attack, so you have extra energy to force field more. So there goes my sentries. I have 6 and I have 1 that I made in the beginning. And then after that you just keep on making stalkers. And of course you need your proxy pylon to reinforce your attack. And from this moment you don't really need to make any more immortals, just keep on making stalkers and get ready to push out. So there goes my army. When you see from the unit tab, he has more drones, but if you see his army type, he has relatively small army. He only has 7 zerglings, 16 roaches. This 16 roaches can melt with 2 immortals. So before you move out, make sure you make about 3 or 4 pylons, because you'll be warping 7 stalkers or 8, depending on how many you made each time. So there's gonna be a lot of supply, so you don't want to get supply blocked in the middle of the battle. So yep, so I have 8 more supplies and I should be making more pylons back at home, hopefully. I think, no, well, whatever. And there goes the attack. So you need to cut their army in half so not all of them engage at the same time. And the key point is to not to lose your sentries and your immortals. As you can see, well, two of my, how many died? 1 of my sentries died, but 2 of my immortals are almost full shield. And stalkers can be replaced easily, so stalker number doesn't really matter that much. And as you can see, he's waiting for this. He's gonna rearrange his spine crawlers. And as you can see, you need pretty decent force field to beat this army easily. If they focus on your sentries and immortals first, then your stalkers are really vulnerable to the zergling rushes. So that's why you need some force fields. Accept that, then you're good to go. Just memorize the build order, then you'll be fine. I should have force filled it a bit earlier, but I'm winning anyways. I can warp in 8 stalkers each time. There we go. And then basically his economy is really down. He lost all his drones. He's just like mining off 1 base, where I'm mining off 2 bases. But since this is an all-in, if your attack fails, then you die. So you have to basically kill him with this attack. And that was it. I think it's gonna help you if you write the build order down on a piece of paper, so you can use them when you're actually playing. That's what I do. And then just make sure you keep on chrono boosting your stalkers. And just in case, it's good to have Zelnaga, just for the zergling run by. If they sneak into your base and kill your probes, that's gonna be frustrating. So when you see them coming, just warp in 3 or 4 zealots and put them in hold position, then you'll be perfectly fine. Like this one, he runs by, but I saw them escaping from my army, so I warped in 3 zealots, and it's gonna be enough to hold those 8 zerglings, 7 zerglings. And basically he just GG's out now momentarily. 1 zergling manages to sneak in, but the game is over basically. He's pulling all his drones, but it's not gonna really help because I have enough stalkers. So that was it for Sentry Immortal All-In. Please subscribe. We'll help you through Bronze League, and you'll eventually get into Silver League or even Gold. And Merry Christmas and Happy 2013, I guess. Bye. It was Xmos from Team PXL.